IML students. Today, you are going to learn about what are pips and how do you calculate them. Before we get started, here's a little bit about myself. My name is Adeze Duncan, representing iMarkets Live. Some of you may know me from Forex 101 on IML TV. Also, I was an educator for 10 years, and now I'm here educating you on the facts and methods of Forex. In order to get started on this journey, you need to remember one thing and one thing only. I am a student, always. This is very important for you to remember and to remind yourself of often. You will hear me use this phrase frequently as a reminder that you are a student that is learning a skill that will pay you for the rest of your life. Make sure that you take your time and learn what you need to learn. Pace yourself. Do not compare yourself to anyone else's progress. Always keep a winning mind frame and you will do very well in this industry. Upon finishing this video, you should have a very good understanding of the following questions. Read through them quietly to yourself. As you are taking notes, make sure to pause this video in order to answer these questions. Here is some important vocabulary that you may want to pause the video in order to write down. When you are finished, go ahead and resume. So what is a pip? A pip is nothing more than a unit of measurement that expresses the change in the value of the market. In other words, in the same way that you express time in minutes or in days or in hours, we're expressing the change in the market in pips. If it goes up, it went up a certain amount of pips. If it goes down, it goes down a certain number of pips. It is nothing more than the fourth decimal number after the comma. You see in this picture here, the 13021. And by the way, that's not supposed to be a comma. It's actually a period. So that's really 1.3021. The 1 is the pip position. Now you know what a pip is. How do you actually calculate them? Remember, the pip is the fourth digit. So here's an example. Here's a scenario. You enter NZD/USD at 4.56567 and exit at 4.56772. How many pips did you gain or lose? And first of all, pay attention. Notice which numbers are the pips position. Okay, make sure you pay attention to that, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to subtract these numbers, but you have to know which one is the pip, which one is the one that has your focus. Now you know what a pip is. How do you actually calculate them? Remember, the pip is the fourth digit. So here's an example. Here's a scenario. You enter NZD/USD at 4.56567 and exit at 4.56772. How many pips did you gain or lose? And first of all, pay attention. Notice which numbers are the pips position. Okay, make sure you pay attention to that, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to subtract these numbers, but you have to know which one is the pip, which one is the one that has your focus. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the 4.56772 and subtract it from 4.56567, and you're going to get, it's going to equal 0.00205. Now let me just stop and pause you. You know what? Some people can get all up in, frenzy about which one do you take first to subtract. If you want, go with the bigger number. If you end up with a negative number, who cares? Ignore the negative. So really, you can just punch these in any direction. The most important part is that you get that answer equals 0.00205. Now, one way that you can find out how many pips was in this situation is you take them, subtract them, and then you can divide by 0.0001. Is going to equal 20.5 pips. Why did you want to divide by 0.0001? Because remember, the pip is the fourth decimal place after, or the fourth digit after the decimal place. So if you divide by that decimal, you're going to get 20.5. Now, if dividing numbers gives you the EBGBs, there's a whole nother way that you can solve this. There's an alternative way. And this is the way that I personally like to use, because I don't like dividing numbers either. I'm not a dividing type of person. If